Hot, 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 hot. Ah, nice at the end. Hi, WhiskyJason here. Whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany, testing rare and exotic whiskeys. So today I have something called Taubi Forever, straight Tennessee whiskey edition number 1, 59.1%, 2011, bottled from GEDI. GD. What is GD? Well, let's have a little bit of a lesson. G.E. George Dickel. This is, or that is, actually a sorry, that was German, a cask that was bought by Whisky Krüger in northern Germany. If you have a map of Germany, you can take a look at Holzbunge, Holz, British, Bunge. That is between Rendsburg and Eckernförde. And basically, if you take a look at Hamburg, you will go up about 60 miles. And they bought a cask in Tennessee from George Dickel. So this is 84% corn, 8% rye, 8% malted barley. And Taubi Forever. Who is Taubi? Taubi was a man that lived here in Germany. His name was Heinz Taubenheim. And he lived by a military base down in southern Germany in a little village called Griebelschied. And his name was a.k.a. Mr. Bourbon. They actually renamed the street where his house was Bourbon Street. Then he had 1,855 different bourbon bottles in his home. His home was actually a museum. People went there. People came from all over the world and actually visited his home museum. And every once in a while, he used to have bourbon tastings where his wife and he would make a wonderful meal and serve maybe 8 different bourbons that were very, very difficult to get. Unfortunately, Heinz Taubenheim died 2016, and of those 1,855 barrels, I think 1,500 actually went to the Whiskey Museum in northern Germany. So, this was bottled 2011 before Mr. Bourbon died. Now, what does my nose say? Oh, it's a good whiskey. It doesn't really smell like a corn whiskey. I'm not a big fan of corn whiskeys. Mellow Yellow? Mellow Yellow. You remember Mellow Yellow. I do, from the 80s. Mellow corn, straight corn whiskey was not my thing. That's Heaven Hill. Bacones had blue corn. Hudson had a corn whiskey, and not my stuff. So this is one of the very, very few Cask Strength George Dickels anywhere in the world that you can buy. Normally you only have the number 12, and I don't have the number 8 at the moment. Those were not my favorite whiskeys in the world. There are not that many producers of whiskey in Tennessee. Basically, you have JD, Jack Daniels, with everything what they do with Brown-Forman. Then you have George Dickel's and Corsair. Very interesting. I just did a couple videos about them. And then you really have to look for little artisan or craft distillers. So it's kind of weird, isn't it, that this George Dickel Cask Strength actually was transported to Germany, filled and bottled in Germany, and now you're watching an English video about something you will never be able to actually buy in the States. If you Google Taubi Forever 2001, you'll actually find a guy who was in Campbellton in Scotland. He actually found a bottle of this, used it for a whiskey tasting, and he has a review online in English all about it. And he says it's just as weird. Tennessee, northern Germany, Campbelltown, Scotland. And that's the power of the international globalization. So, I know that I'm too weak for the 59%. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to dilute it down to about 50%. I don't even think I had 50%. Nope. I had to put a little bit more in there. 4 years old. And this is a little bit of the problem. It could have been maybe about another year in the cask. WhiskyJason here, the novice opinion of a blogger who has tasted over 400 different whiskeys online in German already. And over 250 of those were different types of bourbons. And this is really just a little bit too young. But let's see what I say now. The nose is really good. I must admit, I really like this nose. There's some caramel candy. The little corn pumpkin candy that looks like the corn kernels. I have a little bit of tobacco leaves, pecan, and some good wood in there. I really like. Now the mouth, the palate. I hit the sweet spot. I'm between 46 and 48%. This is exactly like how I like my whiskeys, my bourbons, my Tennessee whiskeys. The alcohol is still present. It's really hot, but yet it's been tamed. I tried this. I'm going to try it at the end, straight from the barrel. I'm going to give myself a new glass and then just try it without it, diluting some water. But I know I'm going to. It's just too much. Wow, good stuff. The corn's a little bit too much. I'm not a big fan, as I said, of the corn whiskeys, but the wood, just a little bit more, just maybe half of a year, 12 months, it really would have just taken that edge off that alcohol. 4 years old wasn't enough, my personal opinion, WhiskyJason here. But other than that, it's really, really a nice package. So let's taste it one last time before I go to the cask strength. As I said, it's almost there. It's like it should be, but then every once in a while there's this little bit of a punch from behind where the alcohol kind of goes, hello here, I'm young, I'm still there. It's a sweetness, it's a pecanness. There's a little bit of the tobacco leaves in there. It's got a lot of character, and even the aftertaste is really, really nice. It's a long, let's say middle long type of aftertaste. I mean, nothing like a Glenfarclas 40 or 30-year-old, but it's very, very good for 4-year-old whiskey. I paid 59 euros for the bottle. At least my sample was from a bottle that cost 59 euros over here in northern Germany. For cask strength, Tennessee whiskey, independent bottler, I must admit the price is decent. They could have maybe actually asked for something. 59 euros is like $65. Try to find a bottle of WOW for $65. It's almost the same, 59%. It's almost not exactly the same barrel proof, but almost. Now, I'm going to do the thing I shouldn't do. And that's to test it once again straight. No water added. I like it with water. I like it taken down to the 46 to 48%. And now I'm going to try it. Hot, 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 hot. Nice at the end. And that's always what I have with barrel proof at the beginning. I can drink for about an hour or so, maybe even 2, and then towards the end I'm going to go, oh, look, barrel proof without water, nice. But at the beginning, my taste buds are not dead enough yet to really enjoy barrel proof. But at the end, after the saliva dilutes everything, it doesn't burn, but it's still that youngness of the whiskey, which is really just kind of still screaming out and says, hello, hello. So congratulations, Jason. Congratulations, WhiskyJason. I've tasted a barrel-proof George Dickel. So far, in German, I've tasted the 8, the 10, the 8, The number 12, the 10-year-old. I had a special one from the 90s. It was part of a collector's edition. And also the rye, which is made in up there at MPG in Indiana. Make your own rye, please, George Dickel, and call it George Dickel if you want. Okay, good. Jason, WhiskyJason here. Whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany testing exotic and rare whiskeys, which are almost impossible to find anyplace else. Today, Taubi Forever, straight Tennessee whiskey edition number 1 from a good buddy of mine called Donnie, my online buddy. Thank you very much for that. So, please like my videos. Please subscribe, and also please tell others about this unique channel where you are going to watch me taste whiskeys you probably will not be able to find yourself. Who knows if this is a good concept or not, but that's what I'm doing. I do everything else I can in the German and in the English. My goal was to test whiskeys that are otherwise not available, or there are no real whiskey videos online. Thank you very much for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.